What's up, guys? It's Phone Tech Kid, and today I have an awesome ROM review for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the DroidKang ROM for your Nexus 5. If we quickly pop up into the XDA app, and I will have the link down below for this ROM, and we go to the developers page for this ROM to kind of look at some of the info about his work. It's definitely a very popular ROM, and there's a lot of comments that people made about it. So if you guys want some extra reviews about it, you could definitely go check that out in the link down below. So this is based on CyanogenMod 11 and has some cool features. So as you can see, we have like a separate section here for interface, and this is where you guys are going to be messing around basically using this ROM. And what I really like about this ROM is he doesn't cram a bunch of useless features into this ROM. He keeps it very simple and adds some useful features that are actually going to be helpful when you're using the device. So I definitely like that a lot. That's one thing about me, is that I do not want it with so many features, and that's one of the reasons I don't like stuff like TouchWiz. So let's pop up into home. Here, this is just a setting to choose which launcher you want to use. It's kind of a quicker way. Under that, we have lock screen. So this is the basic lock screen customizable options you would get on something like CyanogenMod 11. As you can see, we have the option for 8 slider targets if you actually need that many. Definitely a useful feature there to be able to customize your shortcuts. Also, we can customize the clock widget that comes with CyanogenMod 11 C clock, and we could go through here and choose different options like weather panel, calendar events, and clock and alarm. Another feature that's coming on all AOSP ROMs now is Dark Nexus 5 UI, or Dark UI for other people's devices. And basically, all it does is darken the UI when you're using the device. So going into stuff like phone should make it darker. Well, there it didn't, but everything will kind of look a little darker. You'll definitely notice it later on. As you can see, it got a lot lighter there. Under that, we have DroidKang mods, and this is basically some stuff that he added by himself from maybe other ROMs or features that he just included. And this is where the best part is. So if we look under status bar, here we have battery icon, and here we can go through and choose the different batteries we want. So you can definitely go through here and play around with whichever battery you prefer. I prefer the circle with percentage, kind of because it gives you that cool circle animation, and you also do get the number and battery percentage that you have. Next, we could also go and customize the clock and date. This is also another cool feature. You could go through here and choose the alignment if you want it in the center or the right. I chose it in the center since I want more information showing there. Is here you could go through and choose which way you prefer to see the date, if you're someone like me who's always forgetting what day it is. So otherwise than that, we also do get a network traffic meter, so you could kind of see what your network speeds are. That's not really useful for me, but it might be a cool feature for some people, and it's definitely good to have it there as an extra. And last but not least, definitely not least, in the settings for status bar is the brightness control. Here you can go and control how high and low you want the brightness. So here we get some options like hiding carrier label. We can also change the notification transparency. Also here we could choose between different styles of how we want the quick settings looking. So as you can see, they're kind of a black and white here. So that's pretty cool that we could go here and choose, for example, let's say yellow. We go up here and now they're yellow, and we could go here and choose something like black, and there you go. So it's yellow and black. That definitely looks pretty cool, and that's something that I like about this ROM, is that you're always finding new features. I mean, I haven't even seen that feature yet, and from this video I just figured that out. So definitely a lot of cool options for the quick settings. You could also, of course, go and customize the tiles and the layout you want them in, and we do get a lot of extra options if you're someone who really likes using that quick pull down option. If we exit out of that, we now get Omni features. So this is also a really cool feature area. The first one is contextual notification panel. So it sets the background of your notification panel header to an image based on the current date and time. So if we enable that right there, as you can see at the top, it kind of shows you how the weather is like in the area you are at. So where I'm living, it's kind of cloudy, cold, and blue sky. Under screens and animations, this is one thing that has a lot of potential but isn't really working for me. This is active display. So if you guys are all familiar with the Moto X, this is basically one of its best features and definitely a useful one. So as you can see, if I enable it and I pretend like I'm pulling out of my pocket, as you can see, it shows up, and then if I try to click anything, it tells me unfortunately the process system UI has stopped. Next, we're going to go into navigation. Here we get some options for our navigation bar. We can go and do stuff like change the buttons, the ring targets, the menu visibility, the location, and some other cool stuff here that you guys will definitely be playing around with, as that is one of the coolest reasons why people install ROMs for the Nexus 5 is to customize the navigation bar. And also here we get some options for the power menu. So when we hold the power button, we get these different options to choose from. Last but not least, again, we also do get Halo. So if you guys are all familiar with this from Paranoid Android, basically when you get a notification, it will pop up in this little circle here, and if you swipe it, then it opens up that app. So it's definitely awesome to have as kind of a quick access, and definitely a feature that you will be using again, as I said. So I said a lot in this video of how features that you will be using, and I really mean it, as I use those features on a daily basis. Of course, you might be using it differently, but I highly suggest this ROM right now, and as it's getting updated, you also get a great developer with this ROM. It will just keep getting better and better. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up for support, and yeah, try it out. Thanks for watching.